y'all, it's Kay from the Literary Apothecary, and welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another reading vlog. This one is different though. I know I've not been maybe the best at reading vlogs, but I feel like this would be a fun experience. So if you've been watching my channel, you know I'm a judge for the, let me get the name right, Speculative Fiction Indie Novella Championship. A very new competition that just started. This is the first year. It's kind of a sister competition to Spiffbo, the fantasy blog off, and the new science fiction champion competition for self-pub and indie books. I am super excited to be a judge, and I thought it would be a fun way to kind of vlog my experience through all of the novellas that I have to read. So per each round, I'm going to be creating a vlog. Depending on how long these are, I might do it per novella, I might do it per round, I might do a couple novellas in one vlog. I haven't quite decided. I've got to see how much I have to say about these novellas and how long these vlogs are. Because I don't want a terribly long vlog, but the novellas are short, so maybe I can fit them all into one. We'll see. But the first novella up that I'm about halfway through is called Shattered Spirits, The Fall of Ishkarn. I hope I'm saying that right, but I have no idea. It's by Cal Black, who is, I forget the name of their title, No Land for Heroes, I think, which I've heard fantastic things about, and I really want to read that sometime next year. This is a fantasy horror novella, and get this. Our main character is on a ship to a mystical island where legends say a dead god is buried under the stone city. When a mist arrives unexpectedly and then freezes, they're on a ship, by the way. Did I mention that? A blinding light appears and blinds almost everyone on board, with blood running from their eyes as tears, and everyone that's been affected by this blinding light has gone mad. Our main character is trying to find help, trying to figure out what's going on, and things are crazy. This is 100% spooky, 100% daytime read for me at least. But I'm really loving this book so much. If all of the books are this good, it's going to be really hard to pick one to move on. This is just the first book I've started and I'm hooked already. So I just wanted to check in on this absolutely spooky factor. Well done there, Cal Black. I can't wait for the rest of this novella, and I can't wait to read the other books because these books are fantastic. The writing quality is just really well done, and I can't wait to read more. So that's it for now, and I'll probably check in once I finish this novella since they're so short. We'll see if I have more to say before I finish it, but that's it for now, and I'll check in again soon. So this vlog, or these vlogs, however many they are, will be spoiler free. They will have my thoughts on them, but I won't reveal any key plot moments in these novellas because I want you guys to be as excited to read them as I am. So they will be my reactions as I'm reading them, but they won't be spoiler filled like a lot of my other vlogs are. So I just wanted to make that note here before we got too far into this, saying this is going to be slightly different, as it's going to be A, one with more than one book in it probably, and B, spoiler free. So just adding that in there. Just on point, I have not checked in since I finished the first novella because y'all know how not very good I am at these reading vlogs on time. But I finished the novella Shattered Spirits, The Fall of Ishkarn, something like that, by Cal Black the other day, and it was incredible. Super spooky, fantastic characters, good plot, amazing atmosphere and setting. Everyone should go out and read this novella. It's only like 70 some pages, so super short. It's perfect for spooky season. This was an easy 5-star rating for me, and if all of the novellas are this good in the competition, it's going to be so hard to narrow it down to just one. But first novella is done. My hopeful plan is to have one novella read each week until I run out of novellas, essentially. Hopefully I can stick to that plan. We'll see how life handles it. But the first one is done, and what a way to start off this competition. So the next novella up is called In the Lab of Love. It's by Melissa Bobby. Melissa, I'm sorry for pronouncing your name wrong. I don't know anything about this. I've just learned that this is the same author as Nascent Witch, which I know my best friend Leslie absolutely loved. This is a common theme already in the first two books. So far we're in a witchy world where there is a lab that is trying to produce love. And people sign up to be tested for it and stuff. And so far I'm loving our main characters, the two witch sisters. They are fantastic. And that's all I have for now, and I'll check in again soon. So late last night I finished In the Lab of Love by Melissa Bobé. I ended up giving this one 4.5 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed the story and our main characters, but the ending felt a little bit rushed to me, like it needed another chapter or two. And that's the main reason why I gave it 4.5 out of 5 stars. So far, Shattered Spirits by Cal Black is still in the lead, although I've only read 2 novellas, so we'll see if she continues to be in the lead after a couple more novellas are done. Tonight, I'll be starting in on Shattered Magic by Emily Huffman, and all I know about this is that it's geared towards YA audiences, and it's got a main character who's going to magic school, a magic academy, and it's a standalone novella that's part of a other series, Shattered series. Though the author says that you can read these in any order and it can serve as a standalone. So we'll see how it does. I'm excited to get into yet another novella for the Sphinx Championship series. So last night I finished Shattered Magic, novella number 3 for me. I ended up giving this one 3.5 out of 5 stars. I thought it had an interesting magic system and the story was interesting, but it felt very rushed to me. I could never get close to any of the characters to get any feel for them. I felt like I didn't really know them at all, and it felt a little bit like this novella was written after the rest of the series, and even though it's a prequel novella, even though it comes first in a series, it feels like you have to read the rest of the series in order to really fully appreciate what this novella does. So I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars. Today I started Clean Install by RZ Held, and this one I'm about 10% in, and I'm enjoying it so far, but I'm still trying to get the feel of it. I go into these pretty much blind, so I don't know too much about them. This one feels more science fiction-y than fantasy, which is a good mix because we've had a lot of fantasy so far. So I'm interested to see how this one compares to the others, being very different kind of feel to it. As always, I forgot to check in again after I finished the last novella. I'm not very good at these reading vlogs, even though I keep doing them. So the 4th novella that I finished and forgot to check in on was called Clean Install by RZ Held. This was kind of like a science fiction novella with people that were part human, part not human machine, but they also had wings. It wasn't really described in a way that I could fully imagine. I gave this one 4 out of 5 stars. I thought the story was told well enough. It was a solid read. I just had a hard time imagining it. And so that leaves Shattered Spirits still in the lead. with In the Lab of Love, I think in second place. I've started on my next novella now. It's called The Chase Begins by Amy Donnellan. And so far, I am actually enjoying this one a lot. I'm intrigued by the beginning, the start. We have a character who has a dragon eye, and another character who is supposed to be like the most dangerous person in the world has escaped prison and has killed a whole bunch of men while escaping. And I'm intrigued by the writing style of this, and so I can't wait to see where this goes. Okay, working on being better at this vlogging stuff, I came across this quote in The Chase Begins that I had to share with y'all. It's non-spoiler. It talks about two characters, but I'm still at the very beginning. This is only at 12% in the book, and it doesn't really spoil much. It just shows you a little bit about the characters. It says, Lark throws out words like erratic melodies, tripping over themselves to reach a crescendo in a finale. Ren speaks like a ballad, and it just shows the two characters contrasting each other really, really well. So I do have something to share from novella number 4, I think is where I'm still at. The Chase Begins by Amy Donnellan. This is about a little less than halfway through. I have a quote to share with y'all because y'all know how much I love quotes about love, and a lot of quotes are about pain, but this quote is about love, and it just hit the spot when you just know that one person. It says, have you ever been in love? Ever found someone that made you a better version of yourself? Made you feel like you would never be alone or truly lost in despair again in your life, so long as they were by your side. And that's how John makes me feel, so I had to highlight that one. But I'm gonna go on and continue reading The Chase Begins. I'm liking it, but I'm not loving it so far. It's, it's a good book, but it's not amazing. I mean, I started off with Shattered Spirits, and that has just set the bar so high for these novellas. So I'm hoping to finish this one tonight, so I can stay on track with one per week, because we've got a long weekend coming up with a bunch of like 2 12-hour work days. So that's it for now. I'll check in again soon. So, excuse my crazy hair, my tired, bagged eyes. I finished a very long weekend working. Friday, I worked basically from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. all day on my feet. I was exhausted, but then I had to be back on campus at 7 a.m. on Saturday. I worked from about 7 to 1 p.m. and then again from 3:30 to 8, and I have felt completely exhausted today. I've done nothing but read and sleep on and off all day. I just have a hard time keeping my eyes open today, but I did finish The Chase Begins by Amy Donnellan. I gave this one, I think, 3.5 out of 5 stars. I thought the writing was good, the characters were good, but the ending just felt completely different than I expected. It felt like it was too abrupt, like it wasn't finished yet. The end of the book ended someplace earlier than I thought it was going to end. So, it was good, but it wasn't great, in my opinion. I've started in on Servant of a Pale Sword by Tim Akers, which is my next novella to read. I think I'm up to now the 6th novella. And I'm only at the very, very beginning of this one. It's super short, one of the shorter ones. And from what I can tell on the ebook, it's not broken up into chapters, which is a little annoying to me who reads by chapter, but I'll make it work. So far the prose is slow, but that could also be my exhausted mind. So we'll see as I get further in, if it picks up at all. But I will check in again soon. So I finished Servant of a Pale Sword by Tim Akers this morning, and all I can say is that this was not the right book for me. To me, it felt like we were dropped in the middle of a bigger novel. I felt like I was missing a whole lot to be able to understand what was happening in the story. I ended up giving it 2 out of 5 stars when I did my call pile score. I honestly just didn't know what was happening. I couldn't tell you what the plot was really. I couldn't get close at all to any of the characters. It made me very confused in who even were our characters. I was just very confused during the whole thing, but luckily it was short because it was a novella. And now I'm on to the next one. But I think I'm going to wrap this one up here and put up this reading vlog for y'all to see, because this is now about the halfway mark in my allotments. I've read now 6 out of I think 11 novellas that I have been assigned. So I think I'm gonna stop this here so it doesn't get too long and put this up so y'all can see kind of my reactions as I've been reading them. If you've read any of these novellas, obviously let me know in the comments below what you thought of them. If you've read the authors before but not the novellas, also let me know in the comments below what you think of the author. Are you excited to read this novella by them? Or have you had enough of that author right now? As always, my Patreon and my Discord information will be in the description below. Keep reading, and I love y'all to the moon and back.